want to inspire you this morning. Good morning and welcome. This is Melody Sunrise, the very last Thursday's edition, Turn Up Thursday in the month of May the year 2025. It's good to have you join in this morning. Melody 100.7 FM. On behalf of the team, Daniel Adeyemi, Moses, Marcos. My name is Pretty. You call me the finest, the nature's finest, and it feels good to be here this morning. How are you doing? I hope you're having a good time. The weather outside is not looking clement because it's been raining in some areas, while in some places it's been drizzling, while some are still expecting it. I understand in the city of Lagos right now it's raining heavily. Part of Ibadan is raining, and in some parts it has stopped raining. And that is the situation when you talk about weather report. I'll give you more of the weather report very shortly. But let me let you in just in case you're listening for the first time. You're listening to the show for the first time. What we do on the show, bringing you the very best of your breakfast. Yeah, we take you through newspaper headlines very shortly. You know, we have loads of beautiful tunes as well. Sport will be coming through. And today on the People's Assembly, we're going to be extending it all the way from 9 to 10. And we're going to be looking at what is. Because today is May 29, second year anniversary of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. We started it yesterday. We're going to be rounding it up this morning. We have some of the things that they've told us from the presidency that the president has achieved. We'll be reading them out for you. You definitely will have to react to some of them just as we reacted yesterday, but in a different style this morning. Because yesterday what I told you was you should let us know what you think the president has done well that has affected your life positively, and the one you think he has done that is affecting you negatively. But this morning, second year anniversary, 2 more years to go. What are the targets you want to set for the president in the next 2 years? That's where we're going this morning in the People's Assembly. That will be at 9. But for now, don't look down on anyone you see. I can tell you the story of some of the people around us that we think couldn't be anything, but he has something now. So meaning God can bless anybody. Don't look down on anyone. As you move out today, whether you see an Okada rider, a bike rider, a keke napep rider, a micro driver, do not look down on anyone because you don't know who you can meet tomorrow in the journey of life. And that's what this song is saying. Mr. 2K here, telling you, never you look down on anyone because God can bless anybody. Good morning.
My brother, God can bless anybody. Make you no look down on anybody. As you see me so, no be by power, oh. No be by sense, no. Nobody special pass. My sister, God can bless anybody. Make you no look down on anybody. As you see me so, no be by power, oh. No be by sense, no. Nobody special pass. She be a God way blessed me higher. 7 God 9 lift me higher. Nobody believe say we could go blow in higher. We know the tire. Now the work we they do will bring the rubber. Then tell me so many no, but I know they ginger me oh, and I know they give up me oh. Oh God, if nobody encourage you, encourage yourself oh. That's why I said kerosene, even second coconut. You know, so many they underrate. Ele do my elevate. Baba shame all of them when they hate. My brother, God can bless anybody. Make you no look down on anybody. As you see me so, no be by power, oh. No be by sense, no. Nobody special pass. My sister, God can bless anybody. Make you no look down on anybody. As you see me so, no be by power, oh. No be by sense, no. Nobody special pass. Special pass. You see, rain no FIFA for one person roof. Oh, you make I show you the proof. Na go take up me a day. Let them out and pick in my God. I see for the streets. I don't see them see. I don't take defeat. I don't see them see. I don't take defeat. I don't forget when I beg for something to eat. Now I'm living large. See, pretty moto de garage. Now the same boy with them laugh. Them no say I deploy my graph. Yes, I no go ever lack. Time will not get my back. You must have heard of my story, so I say, my brother God can't bless anybody. Make you no look down on anybody. No look down. As you see me so, don't be by power, don't be by sense, nobody special pass. My sister God can't bless anybody. Make you no look down on anybody. As you see me so, don't be by power, don't be by sense, at all. Nobody special pass, special pass.
Most definitely. That's one thing that I want you to hold on to this morning. God can bless anybody. That's one thing that you should know. As long as rain will not just fall on one roof. If it's raining here now forever, for example, at here in Basharon, let's say if it is raining, it cannot just rain on the roof of Melody FM. It will rain on everybody's roof living around Basharon here. So meaning we are all. God is available for all of us. And we are all available for the blessings of God. It now depends on how you are able to grab it. Because one thing is, you have to go for it. And that's why the Holy Book says God will bless the work of our hands. God will bless the work of our hands. So what do you have on your hands that God wants to bless? That's what you should think about this morning. Okay, let's go to the papers this morning. It's Melody 100.7 FM, Melody Sunrise. Turn up Thursday in the city. Okay, I have this morning with me the Punch newspaper, the Vanguard newspaper, Daily Post, the Sun newspaper, and of course I also have the Daily Trust newspaper. Let's begin to take the headlines one after the other and look through them, what they are writing this morning. We are talking about the newspaper headlines from the front to the back to the inside pages. Let's begin to look through what they are all writing one after the other. Of course, let's begin with the Daily Sun newspaper this morning. And Daily Sun this morning has these headlines. The Nigerians have gone through hell under APC, and this is according to PDP. And that's what we're looking at in the assembly this morning. What do you make your target for the president, and what do you make of his 2 years? SEC flags Sivacom as illegal investment scheme. SUN raises the alarm over influx of fake engine oil in Nigeria. God have mercy. For us who have cars now, what are we going to do? I remember a friend of mine who bought original, they call it original oil. One of these, I don't want to call the name, very popular engine oil by one of these fuel stations that make engine oil. And the thing knocked his car. Knocked his car engine. Still looking for a way to buy another engine now. So that's what SUN is saying this morning, raising the alarm over influx of fake engine oil in Nigeria. But they are raising alarm. They are supposed to go after these people. It's not about raising alarm. When you're raising alarm, what are we Nigerians, what are we supposed to do to go and die? You go after them. There you go. Okay, About Power resumes free smart meter for rollout. And this one, 30% of social housing reserved for Nigerians without income. This is according to Minister. Okay, they've told us this thing plenty times. We know they see the house. God have mercy. Okay, amendment of NDLE Act will bolster drug control efforts. This according to AGF and of course Marwa as well, talking about the DG of NDLEA. Terrorism court admits video of Kanu inspecting Radio Biafra. 1,539 died on Plateau, Nasarawa, Benue. Road clashes, and this according to FRSC. Okwebolo offers amnesty to courtists, holders of illegal arms in Edo State. Senate passed harmonized version of tax reform bills, FCT budget. And tax reforms in your best interests. Presidency, FIRS chairman tell youth. Masop to Tinubu release Kanu on Biafra Day, May 30, which is tomorrow. Yes, tomorrow, Biafra Day. I hope we have a good day tomorrow, especially in the southeast. Let's surpass our present achievement. By 2026, Governor Utu asks aid. Ground rent, Wike vows not to succumb to blackmail. Dangote Okonjo-Iweala, Osime, Burna Boy make 100 most notable peace icons in Africa list. Okay, Buhari misses ECOWAS 50th anniversary due to medical checkup in UK. And this one, Lagos, Edo, Niger lead in TRCN batch A 2025 examination result. We've disbursed 7 billion to SMEs, supported 260,000 businesses in 4 years. Trade lender boss is the one talking there. Okay, well, that is the story. That is what the story is saying. FG urged to declare May 25 public holiday to mark Africa Day. I don't know how many holidays we have in this Nigeria. Okay, WASC 2025. Students write English papers late Wednesday evening. WASC 2025. Students write English papers late Wednesday evening. And that is the story. Before I leave the Daily Sun alone, let's check out a few sports headlines there. You have Usime offered 120 million to play alongside Ronaldo. Anthony gives an update on Man United future. Okay, you saw him last night in the game against Chelsea in the final of the Conference League. So these are the headlines that you have to this morning on the Daily Sun newspaper for this beautiful Thursday morning. And up next is the Daily Trust newspaper. All right, for headlines in today's Daily Trust, we have this one: insecurity fueling mental health crisis in Nigeria. Bishop Kuka. Borno flood, why Allow Dam collapsed in 2024. This according to expert. 4 herders, cattle killed in fresh plateau attacks 2 years after putting Tinubu on the scale. All right, we're coming to that at 9 o'clock. And highs lows of ECOWAS at 50 is another story on today's Daily Trust. AFDB Nigeria, 90 others elect Adesina's successor today. And this one, do not patronize Silvercomb. SEC warns investors. They are warning you now before you say you lose money. That's how they said they warned you about CBEX and you lost your money. You know, I've been saying this since last night. They are warning you again. Please be careful where you put your money. CNG stations hit 53 across Nigeria, and this according to the presidential initiative on the CNG. LG raises 2,250 trillion, no, rather 2.205 trillion naira through Sukuk bond for road construction. FG to rank MDAs on ease of doing business. Others. NERC to regulate third-party revenue collectors for discos. And this one, Dangote Cement rewards distributors. Others with 11 billion naira gift. Okay, congratulations to them. Tinubu's economic reforms are boosting investors' confidence. And this according to Minister. And this one, May 29. The worst is behind us. It is according to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, who is celebrating his second year in office today, May 29. Military arrest 18 soldiers, 15 call over supply of arms to terrorists. You remember what I said when I was on Politics on Melody when I had Baba Gana Zulum on the program, when he said it's a collaboration between top politicians, top military officers that is making terrorism to still fester in Nigeria. So how are we going to solve these issues if top politicians, if top military men are the ones behind terrorism? You know, I've always said something that, look, the way this terrorism fight in Nigeria is going is like, is it state versus state? If you know, you know. If you don't know, you better ask somebody. Okay, President Tinubu's 2 years in office need to go back to drawing board. President Tinubu's 2 years in office need to go back to drawing board is another story on the Daily Trust newspaper. And these are the headlines on today's Daily Trust newspaper. And let's go to the next paper before us this morning now, which is the Daily Post newspaper. All right, the banner headline on the Daily Post newspaper says 2027 obedience give conditions as a coalition gathers momentum, with a big picture of Peter Obi there. And you also have this one, electricity reforms experts lord high tariffs without supply. No, let me take that again. Electricity reforms expert forts high tariffs without supply as residents lament blackout since 2019. Wow. Mixed reactions to Tinubu's 2 years in office as reforms hit northerners. And you also have this one, Ganduje's prediction of PDP extinction in 2025 raises arguments. All right, Osun Court sentences Imam to death by hanging for killing clients. I told you that last night. Okay. And you also have this one, high stream moving. Okay, yes. Moving on, you have this one, KB Assembly confirms Aminu Abdullahi as deputy clerk. Senate demands increased security at border towns of Taraba, Plateau, Bauchi due to clashes. Outrage as WASC's candidate sits for exams under torchlight at 11 p.m. in Benue. What a country. I'm telling you. I mean, if you've seen the video, you weep for this country. I mean, 11 p.m. and they were writing with their phone touch every... Oh, good. Why must the exam be written that late? We'll talk about that some other time. Okay, President Tinubu issues statement on second term anniversary. Okay, we'll tell you a few of those statements in a jiffy, and of course we'll also let you dissect some of these statements, and that's what we're doing in the assembly, as I've hinted earlier. We're coming to that at 9. Keep it locked right here. Osun parents react as students write WAEC examination at night. Ganduje's prediction of PDP's extinction. Okay, I took that earlier. And you have this one. No faction in Imo PDP will displace APC. Obiaku declares. Okay, there's Obiaku Lancelot. There's one of my boys in Imo State who happens to be the PDP publicity spokesperson in Imo State. One of these days you hear his voice. I'm going to be bringing his voice because we need to talk about PDP in Imo as well, in other places, even national level. Yes, where you might just be... It might be on Monday or on Politics or Melody. Yes, to get Obiaku Lancelot to talk on what is happening to PDP, because the way it's going now, PDP seems like almost dead. They say he's in ICU, and once they remove the machine they are using to sustain the life, PDP will just go down. Okay, still talking PDP crisis. Damagum has failed. This according to Gabriel Suswan, former governor of Benue State. I also have this one. We would have performed better than APC, Labour Party. Okay, PDP National Secretary Anya vows not to resign, and massive disappointment. PDP rates Tinubu's 2 years in office. One party state PDP LP suffer further setbacks as 2 reps defect to APC. These are the major headlines on today's Daily Post newspaper. And let's grab the Punch newspaper quickly now. The banner headline on the Punch newspaper, you have May 29 speech. We are laying foundation for sustainable future, says Tinubu. NDLEA arrest will-be pilgrims with cocaine. And you have a midterm. Buhari hails Tinubu, urges Nigerians to moderate expectations. All right. Emefiele appeals the final forfeiture order of 753 housing units estate in Abuja. PDP crisis, no intimidation will make me deny Wike. This is according to Ayahu. And you have I'll borrow when absolutely necessary. And this is according to Alex Oti of Abia. And the Cross River Governor opens new LG Service Commission complex. All right, still from the Punch newspaper, you have a spinal cord patient seeks help, laments hardship for 22 years. 2 killed, 15 injured in Oshun auto crash. Bodies of 3 family members recovered from Lagos collapse building, and Lagos farmer jailed 14 years for defiling daughter. God have mercy. Okay, in business, South Africa overtakes Nigeria as Africa's top fuel importer. Wow. NERC issues guidelines on third-party electricity bill collections. And Tinubu best prepared president for Nigeria's challenges. Ex-Ogun Deputy Governor. And you have lawyers sue senators to refund salaries over poor performance. And Obiano denies endorsing aspirant for Anambra governorship race. These are the headlines in the Punch newspaper. All right, let's quickly wrap things up with the Vanguard newspaper, and that was the last daily we're looking at this morning. Midterm, security, economic improving under my watch. This is according to Tinubu. Security improving. That's why I said we'll be looking at some of these things. I will look at Tinubu's talk this morning concerning his midterm speech. Vis-a-vis some of the achievements that they claim that Mr. President has had in 2 years. Then we'll now look at how you feel about some of them. We'll pick them one by one. Security. You remember what I said this morning? We're going to be rating the president. Is he credit? Is he pass? Is he fail? Is he F9? Or is he excellent? We're coming to that very shortly. All right? Okay. Still from Vanguard, you have senators link upsurge in banditry Boko Haram activities to 227 polls. Enugu community discovers underground pit where ritualists buried victims alive. I mean, that story is terrible. I mean, saw the video and I was touched. Very, very touched. God have mercy. Okay. Trump vows to aggressively oust Chinese students from U.S. This Mr. Trump said. Let's rise and rebuild our state. Fubara is talking there. And you have this one, Harvard to hold graduation amidst clash with Trump. And I made statement under duress, Kanu court orders trial within trial. Social outcomes of the reform have been very devastating. All right. Well, let's leave it here this morning. Let's leave the headlines there this beautiful morning. All right. So this is newspaper headlines segment of the show this morning, and let's wrap things up right here. We'll be back very shortly. After this breather, we're bringing you a sports segment this morning. Of course, Chelsea in the news for the wrong reasons this morning. Nobody expected it was going to be a whitewash. Yes, even my boy Daniel thought it was just going to be, they will win, but it could be narrow. Then Stanley said it last night, it will be a narrow win. But I tell you, it was a big win for Chelsea last night. We're coming to that very shortly. But in the meantime, no matter what we're going through in Nigeria, I believe the joy will definitely come. And I believe joy is coming. Joy will definitely come. By God's grace, we will have joy, we will celebrate, we will be happy at the end of it all.
Yeah. Oh, good boy. It's in me, take it easy. Catch this on cruise, my keys. You spoke one for days. Come on for the body, no they breathe. Put on your shoe, make it stand at this. All your sorrow, make it dance them free. If you know be kalala, yeah. If you know be kalala, go to the Fuji. One my joke, what you want want my Jojo, Ijo, yeah, money my Jojo, yeah. And even if it's like the Fuji, Odupa, Olua, yeah. Joy is coming, joy is coming. Dupa, Olua, yeah. Joy is coming. Only early in the morning, Dupa, Olua, yeah. Joy is coming, joy is coming. Dupa, Olua, yeah. Joy is coming. Only early in the morning. Up on never, do what you wanna do. I want to be shining one day. Yeah. Don't make that, don't make that. I want to live for the world. I want to live for the world. Yeah. It's in a meeting, take it easy. Catch some cruise for my cheese. You spoke one for days. Come on for the body, know the breathe. Put on your shoe, make it stand that this. All your sorrow, make it dance them free. If you know be kalala, yeah. If you know be kalala, go to the Fuji. One man jogo, ijogo, yeah. What you want, my jojo, ijogo, yeah. Money my jogo, yeah. And if you know be kalala, go to the Fuji. Odupa, Olua, yeah. Joy is coming, joy is coming. Olua, yeah. Joy is coming. Only early in the morning. Dupa, Olua, yeah. Joy is coming. Joy is coming. Dupa, Olua, yeah. Joy is coming. Only early in the morning.
Radio station is 100.7. What's the big difference? I guess you're just what I need. We play anything like this. You can go your own way. And this. We could have had it back. And even this. A bigger variety with the biggest music library. 100.7. We play anything.
Let's do it. Definitely, Chelsea is their name, and they prove it again. Daniel said he didn't want it to happen. He didn't want it. He's not placing any importance to the cup. But right about now, Daniel is in the cup in his cabinet. I wonder what Daniel will do. Whether Daniel will throw the cup away in his cabinet. For the very first time in the history of Europe, Chelsea is the very first club ever to win all of Europe's club competition trophies, from the Europa to the Champions League to the Super Cup and now to the Conference League. Only in Chelsea cabinet will you find all these. You can't find it in any other club's trophy cabinet. Good morning and welcome. This is how we do sports this morning. Daniel Adeyemi is with me. Daniel, congratulations. Second one, I prayed for you on Saturday or Sunday. You won. You didn't give me cola. Now another one has happened. Your cola is double now.
No. When you're a serial winner, and when you have a team with that class of Chelsea, like I said yesterday, I didn't say the competition is not, I just say it's not Chelsea's level. I mean, not like we don't want it. Eventually, it's a record. But at the end of the day, I think it just goes to show the class that Chelsea actually is. 4-1.
I'm telling you.
That's the final.
You guys you thought he was not going to be that big.
I mean,
maybe narrow. Stanley said it was.
Stanley, I told him there will be goals in that game yesterday.
Yeah, you said there will be goals.
I told him. Because there's no way you can keep that Chelsea firepower quiet. It's just not possible for me. And that's not even the complete set. We still don't have Lavia in the game and some other guys. And yet, it wasn't a good first half, but come on.
Well, your coach actually, he took a gamble.
Very big gamble.
You know, when we were going, we were looking at the line of where this man. And the gamble almost cost him.
Almost cost him. If it wasn't that, Chelsea actually has a lot of qualities.
Good bench.
And
when you talk of Chelsea.
We must give it to Rhys James yesterday. That guy is a good leader.
If not for injury, James should have been one of the best players in the world.
Top quality, great leader. His influence on the game, each time he comes on, he's always very influential. And of course, Cole Palmer, classy again.
Still
Chelsea is just Marco Cucurella, he turned.
I told you that
he
guy.
made Anthony look like
Anthony was like
a United Anthony again.
Yeah, exactly, like a United Anthony. He was trying to do 360.
He turned him to a United. No yellow card, no anything. He kept him quiet all through the game.
Cucurella is getting bigger in the game. Getting more matured every day.
Seeing this Chelsea at the end of the season, knowing fully well that just 1 or 2 touches next season, they'll be competing for the league.
But I still have problem with this your Jackson.
No, Jackson definitely will take the back seat by the time they sign player, because he had a very clear chance yesterday.
Look at that.
To put the game.
Why did he push that one like that?
A striker at that level, you could have just give the ball to Sancho, who's beside you, and just go score the goal. But then it's just to show what a very not so clinical player he is.
No, sometimes it could be Ogun Idile.
Yeah. So, but eventually you can see the quality in Chelsea, and qualities are still coming in.
No,
a lot of players still coming in. So if any rival watched that game yesterday, they'll be saying, "Oh, this Chelsea side."
I'm telling you.
So from the beginning of that Conference League to the end, Chelsea only lost one.
Yeah,
they just one win to another win, and 4-1 at the final. They were saying, "Robert, if the manager was put in his 11, the game would have been done from the very first."
He wanted to give them a glimpse of hope in the.
And I think that's what actually made it look like a final, because when that goal came in, people myself was like, "Okay, Chelsea will be crushed for this."
Now
I knew it.
When I got to Akubo during last night, and I was watching the game on my phone, and one guy, a Chelsea fan, walking on play. I said, 1-0. And I told him, I said, look, Chelsea will still win this game. He said, bros, kill them in. We need to worry.
When you have that, I don't know what he was thinking. Having 2 defenders that are actually not so top at the back, and then you still put Gus to
the introduction of Colwill.
Colwill just came, put things straight. Rhys James, Palmer was classic. Cucurella.
Those guys are something else.
So blue is the color for boys. The game. Chelsea completely.
Last season, Caicedo scored the final season goal for Chelsea.
With the dye hair.
You did, and this season again,
he
scored the final goal.
He scored the closing goal for Chelsea.
That boy,
classic goal.
I tell you something.
No one will say it's too expensive for the money now.
No, nobody.
No one will say
he's one of the best midfielders now. I'm waiting for the Ballon d'Or shortlist. Let me see whether they will not.
It won't be. Eventually, when you are Chelsea, I always say this any day. When you're a Chelsea player, you have to work twice for you to get your flowers.
Definitely.
Because in the EPL, I still wonder how he's not among the player of the years. When they were putting nominees up, I wonder why he's not among the team of the year.
They closed their eyes when they were doing
Even the team of the year is not there. And all the midfielders you put there, no one has the numbers he has, ball recoveries, final passes and all of that. No one has those numbers. And yet, because he's a Chelsea, the way they paint Chelsea in the media, all the Gary Neville, the Gallagher, all of them saying all the jabs in the media. I'm happy that they are getting short up now at the end of the season. Yeah, the manager had to tell them the other day that, F off for you guys, F off. Exactly. So, and it's to say that this is why many people love Chelsea. A team that can actually deliver when it matters most. Chelsea won't ball to a final. when Octopus was reading out the record yesterday, that 9 finals against within EPL and Spanish team, all 9s to the Spanish team. This is Chelsea. They don't look at the record. Chelsea, when they see trophies, they win it.
Exactly.
Now, I was looking at this Chelsea this morning. Chelsea played 3 finals with Liverpool, prime Liverpool of Mane, Salah, Firmino, and those 3 finals end in penalty shootout. The Super Cup final, the Carabao Cup final, and the FA Cup finals. So, and those 3 finals are the finals that Chelsea lost to the Liverpool. So it goes to say that Chelsea don't play when it comes to final. It's not about the coach or the players. It's in their DNA. When it comes to final, when the trophies are at stake, Mourinho already implanted that in them. Chelsea will not play with it. So now it's only Mourinho and Chelsea Football Club that has the complete set.
Okay, now with the Chelsea's victory last night, it now confirmed that this season, this is the highest ever for an English team. 5 English teams won trophies this season. 5 of them, but unfortunately, one London club is not there. In all of the 5 teams that won silverware this season in 2024-2025. Now, in case you're wondering, what am I talking about? Well, Chelsea won Real Betis last night to win the Conference League. Remember, in the Europa, Tottenham Hotspur beat Man U to leave the Europa. Of course, earlier, Liverpool won the campaign, talking about the EPL. Newcastle also ended 70-year wait for a trophy when they beat Liverpool in the Carabao Cup earlier in the season. And it was also another record, 52 years record broken by Crystal Palace also in the FA Cup. So it tells you 5 teams in the EPL won trophies. But Arsenal is not there.
No, I mean, and Chelsea is the only team.
Is not there.
Chelsea is the only team that people were expecting to go this season with this not trophyless bad season and everything. Eventually, top 4 Conference League. Chelsea is the only team in England. Let's just put it, because I wasn't going to make a big deal of it. But when I saw what people had prepared, the way people had prepared to actually banter Chelsea, when I was going out yesterday to get something, I was hearing from everywhere tonight. Chelsea is going down. I'm like, are you guys actually making a big deal out of Conference League? So I come to put it to them that Chelsea now is the only English team with European trophy this season. Only English team. Arsenal fans are saying they won the Arsenal ladies, and that's a shame on them because
they won
you can't the Arsenal's champions. We're talking about men's football.
We should not say they've not won Champions League.
They've
won Champions League with ladies.
Men's football. Chelsea is the last to win it. I mean, the last to win it now.
In this era.
12 hours ago, Chelsea is still the holders to win European trophy. About 8 hours ago, it happened. You should get that in their score.
Okay, now Isco, before the game, he spoke. I told you that yesterday, that he said that Chelsea were not. There's nothing so special than Chelsea than them. That Chelsea is not bigger than them. Right. Now he spoke last night again after the game, and he said they would have won the game, but they failed to convert their chances in the first half domination. He said they dominated the game in the first half, but they failed to convert their chances.
They actually were not so smart enough. They had the first chance. First half was for them. I think towards the end of the first half, I saw the manager telling them that just see this to the end. It was clear to the manager that okay, it's a mistake, because he said it after the game.
Maresca, right?
Yeah. He said it after the game in the interview that he made a blunder. I mean, he said he thought,
and that's one thing I like about him.
Yeah.
Coming out to say he made a blunder. How many coach will come out to say?
He said it. He said he thought the guys that didn't play over the weekend, because it was just 2 days ago.
Yeah, that they will
be fresher.
Exactly.
So let's use them. And this is a Conference League. He said, but he was shocked to see that these guys, because Real Betis had 5 days rest before the game. Chelsea only had 2 days rest, so it was normal for him to let's rest these guys and maybe they'll come in later. He said, but everything went sideways too fast. But then he actually had to communicate with the guys on time that okay, you know what, just see to the end of first half.
Then we'll make some.
Keep it at 1 goal. We'll make changes. So immediately Reece James came and everything. 4 goals in second half. I mean, I think it shows the guy hope that Chelsea just don't have money.
Most definitely,
we have qualities.
They have qualities, exactly. And for Chelsea fans who have been calling for the heads of Maresca now, I guess you guys will now relax.
Definitely. No, relax. There is no relax in Chelsea.
No, I mean, they were calling for his head.
But relax he should be the one to relax for the moment. Chelsea fans are never relaxed. If by next season now we are at this time of next season and there's no trophy, because this is Chelsea for you. Top four won't cut it next season.
I mean, it's first season.
What I'm just saying is that top four will not cut it next season.
Of course.
Next season it has to be second, contending for the league.
Next will be so strong in the
so
EPL.
strong, and next season it has to end with a trophy as well. Or else Chelsea will be saying, come on, you can't be saying you are building something again. I saw Thierry Henry was berating Arteta this morning, and he said, 5 years you said you've been building something.
You've been building.
That building must be very tall now.
What is he building? He said you are building Cocoa House.
He said, and I don't want him to take this season as a season where he competes. He said he didn't compete with Liverpool this season. There was no competition of first and second.
No competition.
He said, so for him now, he's at the hedge. Arteta should not be feeling comfortable right now. He's at the edge. The same way with the Chelsea manager. Chelsea's pressure is even twice.
No, Chelsea. That's the. If you are a coach of Chelsea, you cannot sleep.
Is always on.
You can't sleep.
So Maresca should enjoy the moment.
Maresca, so at least first season, one trophy for you and top four finish. Is not a bad season after all. On Saturday, we'll come back here and we'll review all of the actions for the season 2024-2025, 3 to 5 p.m. That's what we're going to be doing on Saturday. We'll have guests in the building. I'll be looking through these and much more. In the meantime, let's just congrats to Chelsea fans. We celebrate with you. Of course, you know one thing, Chelsea fans know how to drop the money. They know how to make you enjoy. I've been getting calls since last night they won the game. I mean, boss, when are you going to come around? Let's have some fun. I say, I'm very busy right now. Okay, but let's see how it goes. All right, away from that, now let's talk about, before we go to NSF, to give us the ranking there, Daniel, let's talk about the one you hate to talk about, Unity Cup, where Super Eagles won yesterday. They beat Ghana 2-1.
Really?
Yeah, we beat Ghana 2-1.
Wow, that happened yesterday.
Yeah, so we're going to be playing Jamaica in the final for the Unity Cup.
Wow. I mean, people should forgive me for saying that happened. I'm a Nigerian.
The way you are talking, I say you don't even remember that.
Actually, I had to look up for the game after years.
Cyril Desas and Razak Simpson scored Razak Simpson had an own goal. So Cyril Desas scored the first one for Nigeria. And of course, that's how it ended. Before the game, Cyril Desas was saying he wanted to prove a point, and now he did that yesterday. But one thing is, when you put Cyril Desas in the competitive game now, you hardly see him perform.
Plus, he played at the Brentford Stadium. It's not the same as African Stadium.
Okay.
I had to look up for the game
said that
after
last
yesterday.
night.
Yeah, it's not the same. The guys understand that stadium. They understand that pitch. That's what they make money from. They know how that works. But when they come to Africa, it's different. I had to look up for the game yesterday night, and I saw that even the center referee, the officials are white. You call it a Unity Cup. You're trying to promote the race. You brought in Trinidad and Tobago and Jamaica and Ghana. You guys should make it real, what it is for. But, I understand that we don't even know where the money is coming from. We don't know who put the money there in the first place. So that's story for another day. But for Super Eagles, I feel like it's for the manager, if there's anything to learn in that game, which I know there's actually nothing. Not like he's going to put Desas ahead of Osimhen when it comes to the real game. Not like he's going to put the other guys in the game. So he's just training and just doing one of the things they need to do, maybe for social something. But eventually, it's a good game for them. Kudos to them. Ghana, Nigeria competition or Jollof something. For once again, put to bed. Of course,
we're still, there are so many things they always talk about Ghana and Nigeria.
Yeah.
They say we have women with bigger backside. And so how the competition? Who has a better jollof rice? Who has better electricity supply?
It's actually more fun when they come to talk about Nigeria and Ghana.
I'm telling you.
That's what they bring into the game.
So many crazy things they talk about.
Yeah, I think it kills the tension of the game.
Exactly.
It makes fans feel like, okay, it's not just about football now.
Yeah, so many other things.
When it comes to South Africa, they say it's Amapiano something. Who was the Amapiano music?
We have done Amapiano better than them. Okay, let's talk about, still talking about Super Eagles now, and let's talk about the Chelsea player. His name is Tosin Adarabioyo, and he has declared he will soon make a decision on his international future. There have been talks that the 27-year-old could be. He was born in England, but to Nigerian parents. The two parents are actually Nigerians. From his name, this is a pure Nigerian
Tosin.
boy.
You can't even separate. If you say you are not the other Tosin, what about Adarabioyo? You can't say that in English.
No, they
Adarabioyo.
Adarabioyo. They got Adarabioyo.
No way.
So it's going to be the centre back who has done very well for Chelsea this season. Is going to be making the decision. Do we need him in the Super Eagles?
He's been top for Chelsea this season.
He's played for England on the 17 and the 16 levels.
What we need right now is actually a figure like Tosin Adarabioyo, someone who's actually is very deep in tactical understanding of the game, technical as well. I prefer him at the Chelsea centre back to Trevor Chalobah because he's very experienced, he's very tall, he knows how to use his height, he goes forward very well.
So his combination with Kowi should be better
always
used
perfect.
next season.
Yes, always perfect. Give us the height advantage for corner kicks and
they both have the height.
They both have the height. So, and coming to Super Eagles, he's going to bring a lot into the team.
So we need him in the Super Eagles?
Yeah, we need a figure who players can rally.
But remember, we have a taller guy too in the name of Ajayi.
Yeah, he was in the game yesterday. I think he's not as cooked and solid as
when it comes to understanding the game.
What Tosin has done in Chelsea is really incredible because he came in as a free agent. Not much is expected of a player like that. Not like there was a pressure on him, but he plays the pressure on himself. The coach mentioned of him as a leader in the team.
Exactly.
Kopama said he always liked to sit next to him because that's to show that when a top player wants to sit next to someone like that, it shows what influence he has on the player. Learn. Yeah. So we need that kind of figure in the Super Eagles, a player that people want to other players want to rally around about because he's got something to offer them, not just on the pitch. Someone who can offer something about the game. Why when Palmer tells you I want to sit next to you, because the guy can see something maybe the guy is not seeing on the field, and they talk about it. It's not just about chatting about movies and all other things. It's about the game. So the Super Eagles should work on that. If he's stretching hands to come, they should also work on it. They should not just sit down and expect him to come to them. They should make a move because for me, I still feel like he has a chance to break into that English national team as well. Yeah, he can be on the bench. He can fight for minutes when they go to World Cup. But if he's making a move, a body language that shows that he wants to play for the Super Eagles, why not? Let's push hard. Let's see how we can get it done.
So we need him in the Super Eagles?
We need him very well.
Even with that age?
I mean, he's a cool-headed guy, 27, very well, very fine, still not as old as Tross Ekong right now.
I know where they come from. That means he's real.
That's his real age. Where he grew up in, so it's not about anything. That's his real age.
Majority of the guys in the Super Eagles are even older than him. If you want to go by real age.
He's going to come calling many of them big brothers. Because when he comes, he's going to see that, okay, these are not what they look like on TV.
Yeah, exactly.
Many of them are hard skin already. And when they shake you.
See that say so?
No, like.
They're hard skin.
When they shake you, you'll be like, you saying you're 22?
So can you know? When you have money, your skin.
No matter how your skin will do, when you are 40, Daniel, you can't be 22.
Daniel, don't bring trouble. It's still early in the morning. Don't bring trouble, okay? Don't bring trouble. Okay, let's talk about the sports festival now. I mean, Oyo State are doing very well in the sports festival, but Edo still, Delta, Bayelsa, still doing their thing. Yeah,
they are still doing their thing. They are still at the top of the table. The table is still as it was yesterday. It's still 80 goals.
Yeah, yet to update it.
Yeah, 80 goals to Delta, 58 goals to Bayelsa, Ogun 44 goals, Edo 40, and of course Rivers 40. Oyo State is still sitting with 29 goals. You don't know what's going to happen today.
We understand more medals were won last night in various sports. So
yeah, well, we're waiting for the updates of maybe before 11 a.m. this morning. When we come on cruise, we give them the very well-detailed information on that.
Most definitely. Right now. Most definitely. Okay. All right. And now talking about before we leave the Unity Cup and before we begin to leave this morning as well, you said there was nothing to learn from the Unity Cup.
Nothing.
But some of the stakeholders are saying where they've been seeing a couple of things, takeaways from the Unity Cup. I mean, what they saw last night in the game against Ghana. That now 10 home-based players invited, and that is a good omen for the NPFL.
Now, when the manager was speaking the other time, he said they are building something for a longer time. I understand that because I watched his press conference. I think we played on cruise the other day. You're building something for the longer time, but one thing you must not lose sight on: you've got an imminent assignment. This one
is very important.
Very important. First is when it's except if the manager has already